Ah, okay. Oh, well, Baizhu is literally the only character that I need to complete my freaking Nebulette team. Well, that and a C1 Nebulette, or maybe a C1 Farina, but either way, I don't care about anything more than that. Right, quest start. Go to the academia. You mean
Huh.
what's literally
We
in front
haven't
of
seen
me?
our Sumeru friends for a while now. Paimon wonders how they're doing. Let's go to Sumeru City and catch up with them. Whoa, the academia sure is busy during the day. But where should we go looking for people that we know?
Traveler, Paimon.
Cyno! It's been so long since we last saw you!
Welcome back to Sumeru City. I'm delighted to meet you again. So, what brings you back here?
Oh, nothing in particular. Paimon just saw a really big mushroom out on the road the other day and suddenly missed all our friends in Sumeru.
Funnily enough, we were reminiscing about you recently too. It was at a group dinner. I look forward to hearing about your travels. Something tells me we must have a lot to catch up on.
Really? You were thinking of us too? What a coincidence!
Indeed. Or as I call it, the Biryani factor.
Mhm.
You really want me to say the rest? Okay. It's always rice to meet stew again.
Oh, darn, he said it.
You like that one, huh? You must if you remember it after all this time. Admit the truth. You have long been in awe of my razor-sharp wit.
The confidence that is irradiating from him right now is crazy.
Alright. Here's your 500 Mora.
You're exaggerating. It's only 500 Mora.
Hey, 500 Mora is still a lot of snacks to Paimon.
All right. I'll treat you to some desserts later. Anyway, I'm actually investigating a case right now. My mind is focused on work, which is why I didn't complete the joke at first.
A case? What happened?
Nothing major. But after finding out who was involved, I decided, on reflection, to handle this one myself.
Need any help? We only came here to hang out, so we've got the time. You may as well take us with you, and then when you're done, we can, you know...
Such enthusiasm.
What? No!
Obvious enough. Still, it's a fine idea. You are the heroes of Sumeru. It makes perfect sense to work together. All right, follow me.
You know, they had to really make an event where Cyno takes off that hood that he has on. I think it would be pretty cool. Well, not really cool, more like thinking it's going to be a serious moment. Emotional moment? I don't know.
Do you see him? The old man flailing around?
Oh, is he the one you wanted to talk to about the case?
Correct. His name is Cyrus, a former...
Huh? Cyno's teacher?
It's ridiculous. I'm just an old man who enjoys a spot of gardening, shopping, and wine. What sort of person targets an old retiree?
Professor, I've brought some friends.
Ah, Cyno. Now who do we have here? Hold on, let me think. A flying fairy dressed in white? A youth who does not seem to hail from this land? My goodness. You must be the legendary trap.
Wow!
I've told him about you before. You are my friends, after all. That's right. A couple of days ago, Professor Cyrus suddenly received a threat letter.
A threat letter?
Exactly. Who sends a threat letter to an old man like me, for goodness sake?
This is the letter in question.
Cyrus, I have uncovered your secret. If you wish to prevent it from going public, leave 10 million mora at the back door of the cafe.
Imagine that I could do with 10 million more.
Secondly, don't come looking for me. You'll never find me. But I will always be watching you and all of your secrets. Finally, if you dare to report this to the Matra, there will be consequences. Wow, they sure didn't mince their words.
Clearly, this person must be desperate for Mora.
10 million more. What a joke. I'm just a single retiree with nothing to my name beyond the tomatoes in my garden. Where do people think I'm hiding 10 million more, huh? In my tomatoes?
There were no witnesses, so currently the letter is all we've got. So, Traveler, Paimon, let's put our...
Paimon's ready.
All right, take a look. Very good. The paper...
Another thing is, some of these strokes look kind of blurry. Could there be...
Possibly. And I bet the paper has something to do with...
Most of the paper around here is much smoother than this, and the ink is absorbed quickly so it doesn't run. This paper, meanwhile, it's very coarse-grained.
It's certainly not the same paper as we use in the academia, but the ink is nothing special. Just regular black ink that gets a blue tinge when applied to paper.
So do we think the culprit has a connection with the academia or not? Wait, check this out!
Agreed. The staining suggests it...
A colored liquid.
Looks like we're thinking along similar lines.
Alright, detective mode.
Arav. Ah, there he is.
Mahamatra Cyno. Sir Cyrus. Ah, and the Traveler and Pai.
As such, I'm inclined to believe... Oh, one last thing. I'd start...
Oh, of course! You think the culprit...
They do look like coffee stains to me. Also, if I'm not mistaken, the letter is written on...
Ah, of course.
Understood. I'll assemble.
You have my gratitude.
One last thing.
Will do.
Great thinking, Cyno. So, yeah, they've probably been...
You're right.
Really?
The culprits approach. Whatever happens, they need this Mora. But just because they warned Professor Cyrus not to go to the Matra, doesn't mean they know what he'll do next. So, like you said, they need to wait and see. And crucially, the culprits said they'd be watching the Professor's every move.
Huh? Wait, are you saying...
Found you!
What are you doing?
You wrote the threat letter!
I don't know what you're talking about. What threat letter?
I sensed someone was watching us from the shadows the moment we entered the House of Dana. You managed to stay relatively well hidden for someone reckless enough to threaten Professor Cyrus. There are a lot of people here, but we were looking specifically for Arav. Whoever followed us the whole way was likely to be the culprit.
I was just listening in, that's all. You know something big's going down when Mahamatra Cyno shows up, right? So I got a little curious. What's the big deal?
You smiled when Arav left. I saw it as clear as day.
Is smiling a crime now?
There are coffee stains on the letter. You mixed some coffee with water, gently smeared it onto the paper, then wiped it off with a wet cloth. All to create the impression that the letter was written at a cafe. Closing off the exits to the city doesn't affect you, because you already live here. And as long as the Matra were focused on the cafes, you would be free from scrutiny. The cafe was a red herring all along. You had to be somewhere where you could monitor the professor's movements.
You can't pin this on me! I haven't done anything!
Really? Then why are you shaking like a leaf? The innocent have no reason to fear the Matra. But you, your heart's racing, and your eyelids are twitching. You're a terrible liar.
I would never...
Don't try anything or you'll pay the price. Now come with me.
Sheesh. They really just exposed him like that.
Cyno already caught the guy.
You're telling me. One minute I go out for a quick smoke, the next minute I see Arav already on his way back to meet up with Cyno. Looked like a young guy, too. Couldn't have been much more than 30. But after what he's done, I'm afraid he's ruined his whole future.
Everyone, it's all over.
Gosh, that was so fast!
The culprit's name is Uraka, a 16-year-old student in the Rataoist Darshan.
Huh?
16? Cyrus thought he looked 30-something!
We checked his records. He's 16, a third-year student.
But he looks so old.
Yeah, seriously.
Foolish child. He's too young for the criminal life. What the devil drove him down this path?
We questioned the culprit regarding his
Oh, just spit it out. Nothing can surprise me at this point.
Very well. Down on his luck, he went to the tavern for a drink and overheard some people chatting about Sir Cyrus's comfortable retirement. They mentioned that he's always arguing about his tomato plants with some old woman on the street.
Some old woman on the street? Goodness gracious. Has that rascal attended a single one of his classes? That old woman is Kasharwar's very own professor, Zaha Hadi. How can he not know who Zaha Hadi is?
Is this going somewhere?
Oh, right, yes. So another thing. We don't just argue about tomato plants. And what are they trying to insinuate by comfortable retirement? A man grows a few vegetables and suddenly he's living a life of luxury?
Maybe it's more the fact that you have the time to grow vegetables in the first place.
Araka mentioned he'd heard a rumor, alleging that Sir Cyrus illegally obtained a large sum of money from the desert before retiring, and kept it for himself instead of reporting it to the academia. Araka believes this money to be the reason why Sir Cyrus hasn't kept up with any academic research or other projects since his retirement. And given your advanced age, he thought you'd be an easy target to blackmail.
Oh, Araka. I'm at a loss.
People make up rumors all...
Arav, you'll have to find some excuse to interrogate Araka again later. I need you to deliver a few firm fistfuls to him on my behalf.
I completely understand how you feel, Sir Cyrus, but I'm afraid that course of action goes against the Matra's principles.
Professor, there's no need to be childish about this.
Oh, come on.
Okay. Where does this go from here?
The academia will determine the appropriate disciplinary action against the student. And as for the individual spreading rumors about the professor's obsession with tomatoes and some old woman on the street, there could...
Who said I'm obsessed with some old woman on the street? Mind your wording or you'll start a whole new rumor. You seem confused. Oh, don't you understand? Uraka is just a young boy who made a very rash and very stupid decision based on some groundless rumor he heard. Besides, I didn't actually hand over any Mora to him. The whole thing sounds a lot worse than it is. All it costs me is a little reputational damage. That's all.
Please rest assured, Professor, that the academia will issue a fair and reasonable punishment.
Yes, I have no doubt about that. But as a former educator, I'd still like to have a serious conversation with the boy's parents. The family...
We looked into the family.
Oh, what a mess. You don't have to seal the evidence away yet, do you? I'd like to have that letter back for the time being, if possible. I need something concrete for when I talk to the family tonight. We have to show them how serious this situation is.
The relevant authorities have already reviewed the evidence and are now discussing Araka's punishment. You can hold on.
Oh, so you'll be able to close the case in 2 days.
Give or take. Cases like this are quick to resolve.
Very good. Well, thank you for all your help. Perhaps...
My apologies, Sir Cyrus, but I have a prior commitment.
Ah, I see. Well, that's a pity. Ah, and isn't Tighnari in town at the moment?
Wait, you mean Tighnari's in the city?
He is. Tighnari's master, Sir Nephis, called him and Kale to the academia to help out on a project. Though I must say, I'm surprised you're extending an invitation to Tighnari. Did you do something to offend Sir?
Don't be outrageous. Nephis offends me all the time. It's never the other way around. Anyway, hurry up and fetch Tighnari. I'll head over to the tavern with the Traveler and Paimon. See you there. Go on now.
Hmm. It doesn't seem necessary for there to be a second half for this.
Not to brag, but we never had problems like this at Ratawa Hiss back when I was still teaching. And if you don't want to take my word for it, you can ask them. They were students at the time.
I was out in the forest at least 4 days a week back then, thanks to a colossal workload from Master. It wrought havoc on my poor tail, so I didn't exactly keep up to date with what was going on at the academia. Most of what I know, I heard from Cyno after the fact.
Professor's become a lot more laid back in his retirement. He used to be far stricter, and was especially known for being extremely principled.
Wow. It's hard enough to stay true to your principles as a normal person.
It's a pity Kale wasn't around at the time. I would have happily taken her on as a student.
And then we'd have one more person who has to address Lisa as upper-class woman.
Really? Can't you just call her Lisa? She seems to prefer it when people treat her like an older sister.
Oh, believe me, back when she was a student, nothing made her happier than the younger students acknowledging her seniority.
Whoa, more food? Are you sure about this? We don't want to take advantage.
Oh, don't worry about it.
I thought I heard some familiar voices.
Oh, Kaveh, it's been a while.
I've been all right.
Have you eaten yet?
That's awfully I just came to So what's the occasion, anyway?
Nothing really exciting
Sounds
at
like
the
things
moment.
have really gone downhill.
I can't believe how young the guy is.
Young people are all... But still, this...
Wow, yeah.
I will always be...
If this were my...
Luckily,
Kaveh! You're...
Coming. I'll have to get going.
Okay, bye-bye!
Here I am. The coffee beans are in here.
Yep, it's all there. I'll stop babbling away now.
Cinematic or just going to daytime? I'm pretty sure just going to daytime. I'm exiting the restaurant. Kind of figured as much. No, it is nighttime. Either way, my point still stands.
Oh, chew taste.
Oh, mine too.
Thanks for dinner, Sir Cyrus. Master...
Well, I look forward to that. In fact,
No problem at all.
I'll see you all later.
Good night, Professor. Don't let...
Hey, my tomatoes are... Anyway, I'll be leaving now. Don't stay up too late now, children.
Take care. Have a safe trip home.
All right.
What do you mean?
Well, I was...
Camping? Oh, that sounds fun. Paimon's in. Right? It's...
Everyone, no need to bring any...
You got it.
Great. Then...
Okay, first quest done. Doesn't take me no time at all. It didn't have to be specifically at this time, but you know, it said anywhere between 1400 and 0 hours.
Time to set off. Let's head to the southeast of Gandharvaville and meet...
I really wish I could have something to eat while doing this. But it's like, there's nothing in here I actively want to eat. Like, there's something I do want to eat. Like, it just needs to be something hot, basically. Like, I'd be lying if I didn't say I want some meat, but I didn't want, like, you know, be something as simple as, like, you know, pork chop or, like, no, chicken. Like, a burger would probably do.
We're here! Wow, you guys are ahead of the game. You set up the tents already.
I'd say we're right about on schedule, actually.
I got some hot dogs
to
in
have
there.
them
Let me
set
go
up
heat up some hot
before you
dogs.
arrived.
And I already got some bread. As for what other toppings to put on...
Paimon, let's go fishing together. Whatever we catch, we can grill for dinner tonight. You got it! Dinner's on us tonight! I hope I can contribute too. The other forest watchers gave me some fishing tips a little while ago. I'm really looking forward to giving them a try.
Of course, no one closed
I
the
saw
bread.
some very appetizing mushrooms in the area, so I gathered a few for us. I'll leave them here along with some fresh fruit.
Wow, camping with a forest watcher is the way to go! They think of everything! And even if they don't, they can improvise!
This is true. I don't think I've ever had a single rough day in this forest.
So, how has everything been going for you?
Well, there's been some high points and low points, but we've had some unforgettable experiences along the way.
Based.
I see. Oh, in that case, you should try a valberry. I bought some from the market this morning.
A valuable suggestion. Just don't bury your feelings using food.
I'm going to lose
All
my
I wanted was to
mind.
recommend something bittersweet.
Oh, I have a sudden craving for fruit tea. I'm gonna go fetch some stuff. Bye!
I thought we had some shredded cheese. Fine, I'll
Sure
just
made a run for it.
go with the next best thing. Barbecue sauce.
Unbelievable. She made a run for it.
So Kale chose the path of tactical retreat. Nothing she foresaw would so soon come to pass. My dear friend, you know what I am about to say.
Nope, not at all. Dear friend. Put you on 6. Put you back. Do I dare decide to heat up a pizza to go as a side for this thing? That doesn't sound like the most practical thing to do, though. I know what does, though. Open up. I feel like if anyone were to join the stream and just hear me getting ready to heat up some food, probably think I'm a fat ass when they really don't know just how dead skinny I am. No matter. I'll be able to work out whatever weight I freaking gain today on like a Thursday. Alright. Put a timer on for about 10 minutes so the satellite can go ahead and get hot.
Excellent. A kindred spirit.
It's your
A
boy
great
Black.
warrior can sense when a duel is nigh.
Yo.
But
Are you
it
streaming?
looks like we'll get told off if we
Yeah,
start playing
streaming
now.
the Cyno story quest.
Let's enjoy the nature for a
What's
while
up,
longer.
stream? Mad boy, man.
You did not do what I
What?
think you did.
What?
You is a lucky motherfucker. That's what you are.
The fuck I do?
You know exactly what you did, Black. Don't fuck with me.
Yeah, what I do, man?
The fact that you are trying so hard to make me say it is crazy.
Yeah, say it. What was it? Oh,
Now,
PS4.
if I had to assume, you went for a bunch of random polls today, correct?
Huh?
You went for a bunch of random polls on the Alakina banner, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cause I had 10 wishes saved up, and then I just did 10.
And then suddenly, Bo just decided, you know what? I'm gonna let this man have it. Bo got a C2 Alakino. This bit.
Oh man. I was not expecting to get a 5-star, bro. That was at like 40 pity. I'm like, wait, because I was already doing wishes before, and like there's 3 hours left, and then I managed to get like another one, another 10 pull. I do a 10 pull, bro. It turns golden. I'm like, hey yo, what the fuck? Like, hey yo, what the fuck? And then yeah, Arlecchino. I'm like, well, I got C2 now. So, yay.
Could never be me.
It was a win. I see that you got C1. I already know you got C1.
Again, what you didn't know is that it also took 70 pulls.
Oh, nah. Mine only took like 40, bro.
First time around, 70 pulls, lose 50-50. We can go for it again. Took me like, what, 65. We can try to go for the C1. Loses that bitch. 70 pity. Go for another round. Guess where I'm at?
Wait, did you spend money by any chance?
Yes I did.
How much did you spend, bro?
I spent $100.
Yeah, because I was like, ain't no way this man had saved up that many wishes, bro. There's no shot. Like, what?
You think I'm gonna be able to save that many wishes when you saw me on stream fail to get a C1 and almost barely get the weapon? Like, I was fortunate enough to get the weapon.
Man, I got a double in mine, Chief. I was shocked.
I put on a harmonic set for her right now. It ain't chain to freaking circle it, and ideally
Yes.
the freaking yeah, ideally the sands too, maybe. Just about all the artifacts except for the goblet and the plume, feather, whatever you want to call it.
Copy. Man, I was like, if I lose my 50-50, shit, I don't even care because I'll be guaranteed for Cloren. I still have yet to do the new events yet. I haven't even started them.
All right. You
Yeah,
want to
I
know what
still
the
gotta.
4 stars for Clorinda going to be?
What?
Freaking, it will be the only reason why I pull on her banner. Like, I don't even want her, just to see that Chevras, Kave, and Layla are on there.
No, Layla. No, Layla won't come
Uh,
back.
hmm?
Layla's dispatch, bro.
But I did not stay focused on that. And I literally did the trial run. Either way, we can Chevras and Kave are have to come back. Hopefully Heizo too.
Thank you, Chevrolet, bro. If I can get her to C6, oh my god, I'll be so happy. I'll be so happy. I'll
We
be
can.
so happy.
I have no reason to try to get a C6. Like, I know I have Arlecchino, but it's like, do I really need it?
I need to get I need to get Cloren and her weapon.
Good luck with that.
How much can I save? How many wishes can I save up?
Because seeing as you pulled, you're looking at another 180. Getting some water.
Oh wait, I need to do my commissions. I forgot. I wonder how much the AOE does. The AOE damage is pretty nice, man. And not having to wait for my things to pop up feels great, man.
I mean, I'm more or less already adjusted to that. And besides, I need to hit 2 enemies in charge attack. I don't have to wait. Alright. I'm about to continue this quest while I wait on my hot dogs.
We got a bite!
I'll reel it in.
Firewood.
I gotta get this one.
Oh.
What kind of fucked up shit is about to happen?
There are 3 tents. Which one do you two want to take?
How about the one on the left? Well, Paimon just thinks the ambiance here is a little better.
True. But it's also the closest to the water. If there are any sleepwalking fungi around tonight, they might stumble into your tent.
Well, that's no good. Take my weapon. You can use it to bar the entrance.
Anyone would think you were sealing the gates to King Deshret's mausoleum.
Excellent. Then this tent will be an impenetrable fortress.
I'm back! How's your appetites? Ready for the barbecue? Always. Oh, it smells so good. Paimon's drooling.
Badass.
Someone sure is desperate to eat.
Wait, what? Hey, if it works for steak.
Medium well for me.
Okay, these are about ready now then. It'll be a few more minutes for anyone who...
Oh, that was so delicious. I ate a lot too.
If you're tired, then go rest.
You must be getting sleepy too, Paimon.
Tonight, I show you mercy. Our sacred duel will take place another day.
Good night. one's struggling to keep her eyes open.
Oh, don't forget this. The staff of the Scarlet Sands.
Look at this man holding his entire staff just to apparently bar the entrance of my tent.
Wait, you were actually being serious about that?
It's a very powerful weapon. Try it.
Paimon can't even lift that thing.
Fair enough. You sure you don't want it?
Yeah, Paimon's sure. We'll be fine. And even if we do get an uninvited guest in the night, Paimon will be here to take care of the traveler.
That reminds me of a parting king of invocations. I'll tell you about it tomorrow. But right now...
Alright then. My food should be almost about done.
Bruh.
Hey, I need to eat something today. And all I had was just a bowl of cereal.
Not bad, not bad.
Ah. Oh. What are you doing right now, Black?
Probably about to do my commissions. Why, what's up?
Am I the only one that thinks that the One Trace event is heavily overrated?
I don't really care for it. All I care for is just freaking primos. That's it.
Like everyone keeps saying that, you know, it's the best event is returning. And it's like it's really just a hide and seek event. Like I could play the same thing like that in Overwatch. Ow. And I'm just gonna borrow this. Okay, I can see my TV from here and apparently just something going on. Alright, what? Spiral Abyss resets tomorrow if you didn't know.
Yep, I seen.
Have you already tried it yet?
Nope.
You really should. I want to see you suffer in that.
And I forgot my commissions are in Mondstadt. I almost forgot. Did I close the fridge door, bro? I did.
Hmm. I was hoping we would play some Apex Rink today, especially because it's on World's Edge, and Kings Canyon sucks balls.
What, you want to?
Kinda wanted to, yes. But picking that up. Ghosted didn't feel like thinking because he was, he just got done completing a couple of tests.
Gotcha.
And I don't blame him because he told me that they weren't multiple choice tests. It wasn't that. It was all short answer.
Ugh.
So, you know, like, even I don't blame him for that shit. I don't like using my brain that damn often.
Oh my god, I love Arlecchino C10.
Oh, shimmer me timbers.
Who do I want to go fight? Boss.
You know, Black, if you ever do happen to want to meet me, one of these days, me, Kayla, and, you know, the rest of the Tallies group chat are going to eventually go on some kind of vacation. They're already planning one, but I can't join because, well, your boy is getting a house, and I need to prepare for that. Again, Ghosted already said that he's going to come around and visit all of us. Blue, I don't know what his plan is.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Where did mechanical erase health go? Can you one-face mechanical array, or is that impossible?
I think they should all
Can
be
you one
here.
face what now?
Mechanical array, or is that impossible?
Like, you're talking about one. Okay, when you say one face, what do you mean by that?
Like actual, like one-face.
I'm pretty sure you can. Like, that's what we've been doing the entire time.
Oh my god. Oh, nah, Arlecchino's so stupid with C2. Hey, yo! Like, bro, where did he go? I want to make a good overvape team, bro.
But what? I will let you know this. While inconsistent, the highest number my Arlecchino hit ever since she got C1 was 315 vaporized.
Lord.
Traveler?
Who the
Paimon?
hell is this?
Are you in there? Could you come outside for a sec?
Look at
I guess
this.
they want to join my world. So. Okay.
What the? What's this sword doing here?
Evidently.
Huh? Who is it? Oh, what time do you call this?
Oh, bro, the AoE. Oh, it's so
Paimon's
good.
gonna take out the
No,
sword.
you can understand.
Yeah!
You trying to play on my account, bro?
Oh, hey them, Kave! What are you doing here? It's the middle of the night!
Sorry to wake you up at this hour of the night, but we've got a situation on our hands.
Let's get dressed and talk
Should I
about
go
it
fight
outside.
the robot chicken? Yeah, I'm gonna go fight the robot chicken.
I done fell off of that show.
Something
Well,
is
I won't
going
really
on.
say fell
But
off.
since it pertains
More like,
to Cyrus and Cyno, I deemed
don't
it
care about it
essential to
anymore.
inform you all.
No, I'm saying who should I go
Whoa,
fight?
back up.
The robot
Let's
chicken?
start from the beginning.
This
Who's
guy.
the robot checking again? Oh, the Drake?
Yeah, the Drake, man. I was asking what boss should I go fight.
Oh, well, seeing that you already killed the fucking mechanical array, you might as well go fight the Drake. But we'll let you know that the Drake is like it has a higher resistance than the mechanical array, so your numbers may not be completely exact.
Gotcha. Oh my god.
Huh? Where'd the wine cups go?
My AoE just
Could
hit
have
for
sworn I left them here after I
130k
washed
like
them.
that. Yeah. Jesus Christ, man. Yeah. Oh my god.
There they are.
I'll have a cup too.
Oh Lord. Yeah, who let me get C2,
Can you see
man?
if the cookies are still on the table?
They are. And so are the fruits.
Oh, this is so bland. I should have gotten a few bottles of what Cyno's group was drinking last night.
Do tell. What were they drinking?
Oh, right, I forgot to mention. So, I ran into Cyrus yesterday evening when I went to the tavern
This
to
is
pick
too
up some
funny.
things. He was hosting a dinner for
I'll get
Cyno,
C3
Tighnari,
Arlecchino.
Kale, and the Traveler and Paimon. Anyway, they got a bottle of Lombard's new vintage for the table. At least, I think that's what it was. It looked pretty good.
Actually, I'm gonna bro, hold on.
Sounds like they're all tangled up in this.
Oh, freak.
You know what it's about, right? 16-year-old kid tried to extort Cyrus. He was asking for 10 million mora.
I heard some people talking about it on the streets, yes. Didn't take them long to catch the culprit. The sages are probably dealing with the case by now.
I wonder what Sir Nephis and the others will make of it. Oh, Cyrus showed me the extortion letter, too. It was crudely written, but the paper had this beautiful pattern on it that I've never seen before. Really caught my eye. Give me a sec, I'll sketch it out for you.
These two really do act like a couple. What the fuck?
Okay, done. Take a look. You see what I mean? I don't think I've ever seen writing paper like this around before. God knows where the culprit got it from.
Interesting. These are all motifs associated with the tribes of the desert.
What?
Take this, for instance. Looks like an outline of a spire, similar to the kind found on some ancient palaces. And the crisscrossing and mirroring here. I recognize that too. It bears a striking resemblance to an ancient emblem, one that hasn't been used in a very long time.
Whose emblem is it?
It's the emblem of the Temple of Silence.
The Temple of Silence. What a name.
After discussing it with each other, we both agreed that something didn't feel right. So we went looking for you. This was a long way to come from the city. Alhaitham figured you were probably with Tighnari, so Gandharvaville was our first stop. But the Forest Watchers told us that you'd gone camping. Then, just as we were heading off to the campsite, we ran into Cyno. He said he was on a supply run.
Hold on. So what's the deal with that emblem you were talking about? The Temple of Silence, you said? What is that? Should we be worried?
Is everything okay? Give me a second. Let me get Kale. So you've never heard of the Temple of Silence?
Well, to put it simply, it's an organization that has existed in Sumeru for over 1,000 years. These days, you can find a Temple of Silence office in the academia. Theoretically, it's responsible for the custody and disposal of information and documents not fit for public dissemination. At least, that's what they tell the outside world. In truth, it's essentially a vestigial institution nowadays. There's an office with their name on it, but it's functionally obsolete. Historically speaking, the original Temple of Silence is said to have been established by Hermanubis, one of the 7 pillars of King Deshret and the greatest of all sages. Most of the organization's members hailed from the desert. By contrast, none of the Academia Temple's current members are from the desert region, nor do they folk.
So the Temple of Silence at the Academia is just a fake?
It's possible. The real question is, why? My guess is they're covering something up.
So, how do you know all this? Sounds like some pretty top secret stuff.
Did you forget? He did a stint as acting Grand Sage, and kept the pay raise even after he resigned.
Oh, yeah! Paimon did totally forget about that. So you took the chance to read all the top secret documents while you were acting Grand Sage, huh?
If you're asking me whether I familiarized myself with the documentation in my office, I would respond that that's a perfectly normal part of any job.
So much about this doesn't make sense. Why did the emblem of the Temple of Silence appear on a threat letter from an Academia student to Cyrus? The student's only 16, and doesn't have any family ties to the desert. So where could he have seen that emblem, or gotten the paper?
You said you ran into Cyno, yes? Did you tell him what you've just told us?
Yep. He ran off as soon as he heard what we said.
Given that Cyrus is involved, he's probably halfway through solving the case by now. Still, we should try to catch up with him.
If the Academia's Temple of Silence really does exist just to cover up the truth, the sudden appearance of this emblem can't be good. It's sure to stir up trouble. We should pay a visit to the
Yes.
If this situation is connected to the real Temple of Silence, the emblem has to be part of a...
Kale, could I trouble you to send a message to the Core of 30? Tell them to keep an eye out for Cyno and Cyrus. Traveler, Paimon.
Sounds like a plan.
Cyrus has been living in the city lately. He rented a place near the field so he can keep an eye on his tomato plants.
Then let's go look for him there.
Well, I mean, shit, man. Got me doing all of this to learn a conspiracy. And I love conspiracies. I watched Inside Job. I rewatched Inside Job.
He watched.
Here we are.
SpongeBob.
This is the place.
We might be too late. Looks like nobody's... Oh, Cyno moves fast. If he was here...
I know that voice. Is that Tainari I hear?
Ah! Professor Zahahadi!
Wow, so it really is you. My good...
We're looking for Cyno.
Yes, not long. I told him the old fool left Earth. It must have alarmed Cyno.
Well, if Cyrus is...
Professor, did you hear that a...
Why, I could tell some after seeing the letter.
Huh?
As a former...
So Cyrus initially hoped to stop this from going...
Oh, dear. What on earth has that old... Oh, I almost forgot.
Excuse me.
Cyno left me this letter to pass on to you.
Thank you.
What does it say? Let Paimon...
What's the next world boss I should fight?
Geo Bishop. I mean, you'll be surprised how much she can milk that thing.
That thing is pyro. Oh well. I'm not using vaporize. I'm using overload.
My friends.
Yep, that sounds like Cyno. Thank you, Professor, Traveler, Paimon.
Where would this take me?
Alright, let me.
Okay, then. Shit, man, you're really gonna have me explore the entirety of this place just to get in?
Indeed, sir. Jesus, talk about one-shotting those guys. Damn, I really TP'd over here. I'm so dumb.
You're here? I thought you were going after... Ah, I guess you...
We went to Cyrus's house. No one was there. Cyno got...
He didn't say where he was going?
No, he left us a letter and
Can't say I'm surprised.
Typical
And
Cyno.
it is Electra.
Anyway, some updates on progress on our end.
Alright,
Drew
ready?
the emblem from memory again, but in more detail this time.
Countdown.
I checked some ancient texts for a similar design. The one I found was a little blurry, but the
Understood.
similarities in the general form and certain details were clear enough to confirm a match.
Next boss.
Yeah, and we're lucky we found anything at all. It turns out the emblem was all but lost to history. We scoured the entire Academia collection, and that book was the only one with a record of the motif.
Right.
Meanwhile, Arav managed to get Uraka to disclose his
Next
source.
boss. We'll fight Meku Kinky.
Michael Kinky ain't gonna survive. Because like compared to all the other bosses you probably fought, freaking Geo Bishop was definitely the tankiest one. So fighting Michael Kinky is going to be relatively pointless.
The one who told him about Cyrus's embezzled funds was a young man from the desert. According to Uraka, he had a striking presence and was well educated.
Apparently, the two met in the tavern over a game of cards. The guy claimed to be in the city for business, as part of a merchant caravan. Uraka was intrigued when he heard what his new acquaintance had to say.
I see.
So, how do we...
He doesn't know.
Nephis and Arav also. The Temple of Silence felt that they could no longer trust the Academia ever since its inception at its roots.
The Academia of the...
Not only that, but they...
So how did Cyrus...
I'll bet that's the...
Whoever is behind...
He must have recognized...
Since the desert...
I have to go after him.
Really?
I should be fine.
Everyone, I have news from the core of 30.
Oh, so that's Nafis.
It's a pleasure to meet
that
you,
brother
Traveler
is
and
dead.
Paimon.
What's the next boss you said?
I didn't say anything. Why does this guy look like such a main character, but with such a NPC fucking head?
I'm gonna go fight the Dorito.
Several independent eyewitnesses have reported seeing Cyrus and Mahamatra Cyno leaving the city at different times. I was going to suggest that the Academia has made a number... I won't...
I understand. Wait.
Good point.
Need our help? Whatever you...
Really? Arav and I will Tainari.
I am.
Hey, what's good, Doritos?
Kave, I'll be...
Long time no see.
Well,
Thank you all. Arav, let's go.
You'd better get moving. Don't forget to ask for help.
Will do. Let's go, Tighnari. Hopefully we can catch up with Cyno before it's too late.
Knowing him, he's probably covered a fair distance already. But we still have a shot. Let's take it.
Clip? What was my damage on my AoE, bro? Where did that thing's health go? Hey, yo!
No, I haven't really tested this build out yet.
So who else knows I have a C2 Arlecchino?
Freaking dude. Ghosted hasn't really... Like, I don't think he checks his friends' profiles that actively. And Blue, I'm pretty sure doesn't give a shit, realistically.
Yeah, my AoE attack hit for 145,000, 145,000, and then...
Laid bare. Everybody stand back.
And then the rest are just 112. I hit 112 3 times in a row. Jesus. Her damage output is insane. What the heck?
Of course, I still don't crit enough.
You know who I feel bad for?
Hmm.
That Dendro chicken, okay?
Overruled.
Don't see why.
I'm gonna bully it. You know, the one boss I'm gonna hate in Trial Abyss is
Transfixed.
Worms.
the boss I'm gonna hate is the freaking Wolf Lord, bro. Golden Wolf Lord. Ugh, God. You know what? Let's go attempt it. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let us go.
You know you need Geo, right?
Do I?
Yep.
I can one phase it, okay?
Sure.
Watch me.
Alright.
Alright. Hold on. And I got my skill back on cooldown. I got all my burst ready. Let us go.
Laid bare. I'm going in. You asked for it. Final. By royal
Shit. Oh my! It's dead. It died.
Oh shit, now you're gonna make me go and attempt it.
Yeah, yeah. Oh my, yo, oh my God, no, Dark. Are you sure you need a Geo character, man? Oh man.
Like, bro, really just decided I'm gonna just walk up to this bitch and fuck it up.
Overruled. Let's light it up!
No. Oh my god, Dark. Yeah. You know, time to go fight the Thunder Manifestation now.
You should be able to kill that, especially if you're running a Shivers team.
My Shivers is still level freaking 30.
Everybody stand back!
Still at 4K HP.
Laid bare. This is where you fall. Transfixed.
Solidify!
I forgot Thunder Manifestation has an like invincible phase. So I was doing like no damn sure for quite a bit, bro, before even the activate. Like, god damn it. God damn it. No, I kind of feel bad for Golden Wolf Sword. I don't have to worry about that boss no more. Thank you.
Laid bare. Let's light it up.
Gather.
You know, I'll go kill the freaking hydro thingy.
I hear.
I'm gonna kill that thing. Sulfur. Man, screw you. Let's see how much a vaporize would do. Hold on. Okay. My AoE hit for 264,000. Not bad.
Overruled.
Solidify!
Are you killing the Golden Wolf?
In a few seconds, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Come down here, stop flying.
Oh, you're fighting it right now?
Oh shit, oh shit, oh shit.
Gather!
Did not expect that to happen. You usually always come from the left side with that damn laser. Nope, not dealing with that.
Don't tell me it went to its phase. It turned into a tornado.
Yep.
Solidify!
I'm going in.
Oh wow, imagine critting. Imagine critting. Imagine critting. I hate this set. It's like, I can't crit with this set. I can't. Because like the first initial hits, I'll get them in, but then I just can't crit after that.
Restart. Who do I feel like fighting?
chivalry will never die.
Dang, my Venom Burst gives me a whopping 3,830 attack. Nice. 3,800.
But I bet if I go back to my freaking gladiator set, I'll be just fine. I'll be dealing with this thing already.
Transfixed.
Okay, apparently that doesn't count as hitting it. But sure, whatever.
Off we go. Adventure time. Ha! Let me weave you a birth. Huh? Huh? Huh?
Fallen leaves, adorn my night!
Teamwork is dreamwork.
I will somehow fight this thing within this tornado.
Like this shall
Imagine. Attempt failed.
the hearth. Now
Damn, I just swapped to her and she just died.
extinguished.
Alright, I'm just gonna go for one last try. And if it still doesn't work, I'm just gonna let it be. Because, like, it's just a matter of I can't survive it, and I don't feel like waiting for the stun.
Time to go. One with nature.
Alright. Last time, and then I'm going to just go and finish up this quest.
Overruled. Witness the power of go.
There we go. Finally did it. And it only took me 4 tries to finally get it down. Well, technically this team does work. I mean, 202 vaporize ain't bad. And I'm pretty sure I vaporized the freaking pyro, didn't I? No matter.
Okay, we made it to Caravan Ribat. Where should we go next? Maybe we should ask the nearby guards if they've seen anything.
Hold on. Look over there.
Is that Dia?
You sure you want to brave the desert alone? I mean, it's your choice at the end of the day, but still.
It's not my first time. I'll be fine.
Cyno.
If you're really going to go through with this, then at least take our advice. When you're packing for your trip, budget for 5 days more than you plan to spend out there.
Makes sense. Okay, I'll go get ready.
Thought we might find you here.
Alright.
You're trying to retrace Cyrus's steps, aren't you?
Didn't I tell you not to come after me?
What battle pass level are
I
you?
thought I had a
I'm
good lead
25
on
right
you.
now.
Well, sorry, but we never agreed to that. Why would you go off on your own like this?
Nothing personal.
Yellow.
It's just a complex situation. And I'd rather not involve anyone else if I can help it.
Who's not here?
Takes a special kind of person to get Cyno chasing them all the way out to Caravan Ribat. But why so coy today, huh? You only gave us his age and description. Why can't you reveal his name? Is he Sumeru's most wanted or something? Oh, also, hey guys, it's been a while.
Dia and Candace! So nice to see you. Actually, seeing all of our friends is the whole reason we're here.
You're looking well. Glad to see it. Candace and I came to Caravan Ribat on business. We ran into Cyno as he was asking about some elderly gentleman's whereabouts. Some people say they saw him. Guess he stood out as an older guy heading into the desert alone with just a sumpter beast in tow and very few supplies. That's gotta be one heck of a story there.
Cyno, it's okay if you can't tell us anything about the case, but let us know how we can support you. We're here to help however you need. The more people we have working on this, the quicker we'll be able to find the person you seek.
No, it's not that simple. If...
We spoke with Zaha Hadid. From what she said, it's pretty clear that he wants to try and solve this on his own. It won't be easy trying to find him in the desert when he's deliberately trying to cover his tracks.
Sounds like this is far more complex than we imagined.
Still, if he started from Caravan Ribat, the chances are that his route took him past our village. You may as well ask if anyone there has seen him.
My thanks to you both. Once this is resolved, I will find a way to repay you.
Ah, come on. No need to get all serious. Just buy a round of drinks next time we're all in the city or something.
That's a deal.
All right, so, you all set?
Yes, we'll handle it from here.
All right, then we'll leave you to it. Just remember, if you change your mind and need some reinforcements, we'll be here.
And don't think you'd be imposing. You can depend on us.
Don't worry, we'll keep him out of trouble.
For the sake of, I would rather do something that's actually going to do damage. I'm putting you back on this set.
This guy.
My gladiator set.
Yep. Still good.
Like, I could barely crit on the other one. Thinking 61 over 90 over 192 ain't worth.
Hold on. There's a few things I'd like to clear up.
Go on.
So, after you left the campsite, we had a longer talk.
Clearly, we've only scratched the surface of the Temple of Silence question. It doesn't surprise me at all that the one in the academia is a fake.
Do you have any connection with the Temple of Silence?
I do. I trust you're all aware of the spirit that gives me my power. Hermanubis, the original founder of the Temple of Silence. Due to my unique constitution, I was put through a number of trials in the desert when I was younger. Later, I met the professor, and he brought me to Sumeru City. But my memory of that time is hazy. I can't recall much. It's a good thing that Kaveh noticed the emblem on the letter. Without that, I did not recognize that symbol at all.
Yeah, you're right.
But Cyrus must have
I suspect so.
Well, speaking of...
or rather...
That's right. Fact is, we're coming.
Fair enough.
Works for me. All right, off we go. Let's start by seeing what the guards here can tell us.
Hello.
Mahamatra.
I'm looking for some.
A man matching that description.
Where was he?
Let me think. Do you have a map?
I have one.
Great. There you go.
Thank you so much.
You've got a really good...
You're best of luck.
Just some random oasis out here, huh?
Laid bare.
Hold on. I see some people over there.
Do you think it's safe to ask them what they know?
Should be. I'll go.
That's it.
I'll do it.
Good.
Huh? Why can't Cyno go talk to them? What difference does it make?
Given my background, appearance, and the way I dress.
Hello there. I hope I'm not interrupting. My friend and I are looking for an elderly man who's gone missing around these parts. Any chance I could ask you a couple of questions?
Oh, a missing person, huh? Sure. What do you want to know?
I'm just wondering if you've seen him. Let me give you the details.
So, a silver-haired guy in a long robe, culture type with thoughtful eyes, and he's traveling alone.
He'd stand out like a sore thumb around here.
Yeah, sounds like the kind of guy we'd remember if we saw him.
He's looking behind me.
Uh-oh. That guy's looking our way.
Your friend over there stands out a lot, too.
Dramatic.
Hey, aren't you Cyno, the General Mahamatra?
Yes, that's me.
You don't seem surprised that I recognized you.
It wouldn't be the first time.
Oh, you're the one looking for the old man who's gone missing.
I have a bad feeling about this guy.
Someone's on edge. You don't trust me much, do you? No need to hide it. I understand why you're wary of us. Still, you came to us asking for help. Do you want it or not?
I thought you were a group of merchants. Seems I was mistaken.
Your henchmen don't look like much, but something tells me they put up a better fight than most mercenaries.
Hey, hear that, guys? You're my henchman now.
Suits me, as long as I get paid for it.
Just cut to the chase already. I'm running out of patience.
All right. Come with me. All of you. Don't you want to find your friend? A silver-haired, long-robed, culture type with thoughtful eyes? Sounds like there's a whole other side to Cyrus I didn't know about.
So you know where he is?
Just follow me. I'll take you to him.
What could the children be up to? Let them do as they please.
And here.
What? Where are you looking? There's nothing here.
Please step back.
Ooh, something's coming out of the ground!
What is this enormous building doing here?
And how was it so well hidden? King Deshret's technology?
Wait, so... Hold on, who are you guys really?
Is this the Temple of Silence? So you're a member?
All good questions. There'll be plenty of time to address them later.
You're telling me this place is just here? The amount of times in which I came around here is ridiculous. You expect me to be at this Temple of Silence, it's just here.
Hey man, it be like that sometimes.
This is not what Paimon was expecting to find in the desert, especially not hidden right next to an oasis. Oh, Paimon's scared. They must have kidnapped Cyrus. Do you think this is the guy Raga met in the tavern?
What's wrong? Thinking about your professor?
I just hope for your sake you haven't done anything you might regret.
Me too. Hope I haven't done anything to incur your wrath.
Jeez, why do these guys have such intense energy against each other? Fuck. Okay, so this is a legitimate place. I can still change my party. So why it exists now, I don't fucking know.
Alright, you can wait here for now. I'll inform our leader that you've arrived at the Temple of Silence. Sit.
So he's just gonna leave us here unattended? Maybe we're not being kidnapped after all.
They can't have been at the Oasis by chance.
So this is the Temple of Silence after leaving the rainforest.
Hey, look! That guy's...
Don't worry. Someone will come and call for you soon.
What's your name?
Sorry, guess I was so delighted to see you. My name is Sethos. I'll be here if you need me, but I'm not planning on answering all of your questions. Other than that, you can occupy yourselves however you see fit.
So we're
Yep. I mean, I'm not... Cyrus is here. And unless I've misunderstood, you're all...
He's right. Well, if we've got some time, we might as well take a look around. I never imagined that the true Temple of Silence would be hidden.
That's King Deshret's...
We should be wary of...
Hey, Sethos!
Sure. Although, I'm assuming by chat, you mean you have questions for me? Not often. The Temple of Silence is a place of quiet and solitude. We don't get too many visitors. What kind of question is that?
Right, but back at the Oasis, you can't have known who he was for sure, or you wouldn't have asked him. So, what we're really asking is...
I've lived in the desert my whole life.
Ugh, why does Paimon feel like this guy's not...
Come on, we've only just met. If I give you all the answers up front, you'll have nothing left to look forward to. Yes, that was me. Although, he insisted that nothing...
So you framed Cyrus for a crime that he did not commit?
No. That's not entirely true. Let me jog your memory. The letter just said, of course, Uraka.
Why did Cyrus leave for the desert as soon as he received the letter?
You'll have to ask him that one yourself. All you need to know is that he recognized our emblem, and it was his own choice to take the bait. What kind of question is that?
Right, but back at the...
I've lived in the desert...
Ugh, why does Paimon...
Come on, we've only just met. If I give you all... Ah, here he is. Grandfather, the person you wish to see is here.
Well done, Sethos. Greetings, one and...
Professor!
Cyrus, are you...
Watch what you're doing!
Oh, my apologies. We have no intention of causing you to... Cyrus owes me his life, and to the Temple of Silence, he owes a debt of gratitude.
I wanted to end my feud with this old bag of bones before you caught up with me. But you got here so quickly. Just leave, Cyno. This is a matter but...
So that's why you didn't want to report the letter. You'd made up your mind to come here from the beginning. You only...
Some things in life catch up with you, no matter what you do.
Cyno didn't...
My secrets are secret for good reason. Bringing them to light can...
You're afraid, aren't you? Recognized our... You knew as soon as you saw the letter that we, not Uraka, were the ones speaking to you. It threatened you only because you know what you did. For you, Cyrus. But then, we both know what I said to you that day. That as the leader, I grant you permission to leave. But that one day, the sands of time will catch up with you. And when that day comes, you must pay the price you owe.
You really know how to...
Hermanubis is my...
Does he mean...
Professor...
Ramona's right. They rescued me from the brink of death once. Many years ago in the desert. When... it was a great, daring... Bamoon proposed that... many believe... One other child was identified as a suitable vessel.
For many years, the Temple of Silence had been in... The test subjects were sent into... The original plan was for a 3-stage experiment. Resin as the second stage, but as I was deliberating, both bar fragments suddenly became... Our 2 vessels had to preserve our faith.
Ultimately, I ended the experiment.
In recognition of your past contributions, I chose not to send someone to hunt down and kill you both. Your lives were spared, but I have always wanted to see you, Cyno. Losing you and your Ba fragment dealt us.
I see. So that's how I gained my power.
Look, in essence, I borrowed your Ba fragment for a decade or so. And now you are seeking justice. But you cannot lift a finger against Cyno. He is the General Mahamatra. Your actions would be seen as...
I'm sure you don't remember anymore, dear Cyno, but you've met us all before. You and he, Sethos. You were our final hope.
You'd like me to return my power?
As a follower of Hermanubis, I have allowed this power to remain in the rainforest for far too long. Now, it is time to reclaim it.
That power is not yours to reclaim.
You are wrong. Cyno was chosen, but he was not the only one. My child, Sethos.
So those are your terms for freeing the professor?
Despise me all you want.
So what you're saying...
Divine power.
He is no longer a small child.
Both my heart and mind are telling me that what you are proposing is a terrible idea.
Don't listen to him, Cyno.
I know.
Sorry to interrupt. Say that Cyno refuses to return his power. You're trying to gauge where we stand while
Wait. Those ears. So, we have a descendant of the Valukashuna in our midst. Splendid. Everything we have longed for, Hermanubis will provide. Perhaps this very day we'll...
Why is he coughing so much? He looks like he's in really bad shape.
Pamoon, you...
Take our leader back to his room.
Sethos...
You must...
Grandfather, I know what you wish to say. Leave this in my hands. I don't like to drag out conversations, so I'll just cut to the chase. Had Cyrus not stopped the experiment all those years ago, the plan would most likely have been a success. The wisdom of Hermanubis would have been ours. Still, it's no use talking about what-ifs. We cannot change the past. I'm not like my grandfather. The Temple of Silence has a grand legacy and a sacred duty to fulfill. So it's somewhat inevitable for the leader to have an inflated sense of self. But I see things a little differently. So I'm not going to force your hand.
Things will only
If you hadn't betrayed my grandfather...
All you and Ba Moon are ultimately...
I'm glad to see you're giving it some
I won't forsake...
That works. Oh, my grandfather still has a fair few things he wants to say to Cyrus, so I'll be escorting him back now.
Are you sure about
I need to think this through. Everyone, let's meet again later tonight. Until...
Alright, well, don't put too much pressure on yourself, Cyno. If you need any help working things out, just come and find us.
Come on now, y'all basically setting me up for an arena here.
I've taken some time to reflect on this. If I had to guess, Professor Cyrus came to the desert knowing that he would almost certainly never return. He's a stubborn man who tends to double down when he feels strongly about something. We won't get anywhere trying to convince him to escape.
I agree. My master Nephis says the same thing. Once Cyrus makes up his mind about something, he won't listen to reason.
So that's one thing. A few other things come to mind too. You've heard all you need to hear about the Temple of Silence. So on that, I don't have anything to add. My own memories of this place are hazy though. Probably something to do with the overpowering presence of the Ba fragments. That might explain why I suffered from constant headaches and fevers as a child. I do remember having some fleeting moments of profound emotion when vague images would appear in my mind. But I don't recall much, only I was still young then, and all I could understand was that there was a strong will inside my mind. Thinking back on it now, I suppose it was Hermanubis' way of trying to encourage me, even if we couldn't communicate. The power that came to inhabit my spirit was probably one of the cornerstones of their whole faith. So if the will and might of Hermanubis is a real, intangible...
You're not gonna give in to their demands, are you?
No. So I will challenge them head on.
This reminds me of something Alhaitham mentioned to me just before we left. He said that the Temple of Silence was originally founded by the ruling elite of the day. Traditionally, such organizations are bound by a strict and ancient code of nobility. Kaveh has made similar observations about the desert tribes from his work trips there. He says many of them have their own internal rules. They talk about the importance of never dishonoring their tribal bonds, or the rules laid down by their ancestors. I think we could turn that to our advantage. Go back to them with a proposal of our own.
Wow, and just like that, we've turned the tables on them.
Looks like we have the same idea. Turn it back on them now while we still can, in terms that they cannot refuse. That's how we win this.
What the fuck?
Great. And
When you're watching freaking Instagram reels while doing a story quest.
Sethos, let's talk.
Have you made up your mind?
We'll get to that, but first, I have some degree of medical training, so I was wondering if you might let me take a look at your grandfather?
I have no objections, although we do have our own doctors here. I doubt you'll be able to tell us anything we don't already know.
Only one way to find out.
Follow me. Keep your voices down. We don't want to disturb him.
Let's talk. Bamoon has fallen into a deep coma, and his he appears to have sustained a... Regretfully, I must inform you that...
Yeah.
You're his heir, aren't you? You clearly have a lot of respect for the man. But you also see things differently. You have a broader range of concerns and a more pragmatic approach. So tell me how we can end this on your terms. Let's find a way to bring all this to a resolution while Bamoon is still alive to see it. That's what really matters to you. I know it.
Yeah, there's no time to waste here. You know that better than anyone.
You know, the two of you are actually in a very similar predicament right now. Both of you have a very different perspective from the men who raised you.
Right. And you didn't create this situation. They did, but somehow you've ended up having to make the tough decisions.
You're right. We both look at this problem very differently than the people we inherited it from. I accept, Cyno. This all began because of Hermanubis. So let's end it with the rite he himself created. Legend has it that when Hermanubis first arrived in Tuletula, that group of supporters were...
Sounds very fit.
As a fellow vet...
3 against 3.
However, letting Cyrus leave with one of the...
None needed. If I win, the Temple of Cyno... If you win...
It's a deal.
Alright. Can we just get this, like, whatever about to happen with underway already?
Well, after how that went, there's definitely no...
There never was.
You have to win.
Yeah, that's right!
Yeah. When you put it...
Exactly!
The Traveler and I?
And neither. The desert was home to an ancient and great civilization that for a variety of reasons... But there must be personal factors at work here too. I can't shake the feeling that Bamoon cares for many more things than he let...
gather on this stage. This is our represent.
Grandfather, you're here.
A rite of duels.
I know what I'm doing,
Representing the academia, ready. Warriors, we come not to debate what brings our challengers here.
Huh? Are you sure?
I agree. He's very strong. Sending him out first will...
Okay, then...
Sure.
We have decided.
So have we.
Let's go ahead and
Duelists
do
of the
this.
first bout, please step forward.
Let it be a cinematic. It'll be more exciting that way. And actually keep me awake.
Don't forget, safety first! Hey, you there! You better play nice with him or Paimon will make you regret it!
Little bit too much chatter from the audience over there.
Hey!
Scatter! Yeah.
A swift end to the first bout. I now invite the duel when you're both ready.
Let's begin.
Watch out!
He drank plenty of water before the bout, so he should be fine.
One with the forest. I hear everything.
Thus ends the second bout.
I'm ready.
So am I.
This is the final stage of the rite, when you're both...
I am Sethos, vessel of Hermanubis, grandson of Bamoon, the leader of the Temple of Silence. For many years, we have kept our covenant with Lord Hermanubis by guarding the secrets of King Deshret. And even in our darkest hour, when we could not see a way forward, we chose not to abandon hope, but to embark on a brave new experiment so that we might prevail. We earnestly sought Lord Hermanubis' wisdom and power, longing to see his spirit and his light descend upon us. Now, I will fight to become the rightful wielder of that power!
I am Cyno, General Mahamatra of the Academia, student and successor of Cyrus, the Sage of Spontamod. I fight in defense of my power, my professor, and my nation. And you. I think you left some things unsaid. This is a sacred duel, and Hermanubis is watching. So bare your soul.
Everyone, old and young. My grandfather is a... But our faith has... Times have changed. Then I thought of each Ba-Fra... I once thought...
I am more than...
Exactly. The name Hermanubis has left its mark on... So show me your answer, Cyno. Show me I can be more than my faith. More than the power I wield. Bring it on!
Can we finally start? Ooh, cinematic.
That's all you've got? What happened to searching for your answer? Fight's over. Do you yield?
You won.
Well then, looks like you found your answer.
I give his glory to you.
I've seen that light. That is the light of our Lord, the great Hermanubis, priest over all other priests. His spirit dwells within that lightning, and his will lives on. Once a warrior of Tynar, he emerged from the barren desert sands to serve the god king Al-Ahmar. After the death of the god king, Hermanubis gathered his followers and the Tynarian priests and led them to the city of Tule-Tula. There, they founded the Temple of Silence, and from that day forth, we became stewards of all knowledge that survived from King Deshret's civilization. Barely a century passed before war ravaged the desert. One by one, Eremite leaders took up arms against each other in battles that would devour what little remained of their civilization. Only the wise city of Tule-Tula was spared under the guiding hand of the Tynarians. But peace did not last. Coveting the knowledge of King Deshret, the beasts set their eyes on Tule-Tula. The king of Gurabad laid siege to the city and ordered the sages to surrender to him the Temple of Silence as proof of his victory. The ruling elite colluded with their oppressors, betraying the temple so as to hold on to their rule over the city. They declared that the knowledge guarded by the temple was the true cause of corruption. These were dark days, and we faced enemies on all sides. Our Lord had long since exhausted his strength, keeping the forbidden knowledge introduced by King Deshret at bay. To ensure the temple's continued survival, he broke his being into many pieces and began the ceremony of Hermanubis' legacy, bestowing his power upon his mortal followers. With this power, the temple was able to defeat the tyrant's army. Yet, we were not hailed as heroes. Strange and unfamiliar as this power was, it struck fear into the people's hearts and drove them to reject us. In the end, the people of the temple and the Tule-Tula Tynarians left the city for good and made their way to the rainforest. What followed next was inevitable. The elite of Tule Tula fell and were decimated. War engulfed the desert. And we wandered from place to place, always in hiding, all the while keeping close watch over our secrets and staying true to our mission. Betrayal forced us out of the desert and into the forest. Then mistrust drove us from the forest into the desert once more. We have lived in exile for far, far too long. Yet, today, the Temple of Silence has borne witness to the glory of Hermanubis once more. Thank you.
Well, that was boring.
How is it? You've...
Someone say something, please?
Grandfather.
Hey, Sethos.
I know.
I guess you were prepared?
Yeah, he's... at least...
What's next?
per my grand...
But that I did foresee, Sethos. Were it not for this I do.
Still.
Well, and Sethos.
But...
No, that's a much bigger
I will try.
Actually, that way, had you won, and were I to win, he knew that his plan meant...
And here I thought the General Mahamatra wouldn't care for all these. You're absolutely right. Thank you for everything. The Temple of Silence, but you must be... By the way, Tainari. The story goes that he went on to fight many... The Tainarians, in all likelihood.
How fascinating.
I like this.
By the way...
Yes.
If it's true that...
Someone's got to make I will make a detailed report on... I'm sure you'll have lots to attend if we're going to work together.
I will. All right.
See you soon. Come hang out with us.
What were you thinking, gallivanting off into the
Oh, please.
What do you mean, what other a one-man suicide mission, hmm?
All right. What do you mean? Okay, look.
Tainari's master is really laying into Cyrus.
Wow, I haven't... The last time he chewed someone out like that...
I think I'll go around and update everyone. We can go for dinner.
Makes sense. I'm in.
Hyman's coming too!
Kale.
You're back! Well, look who we have here. Would you mind explaining to me what has been going on this past few days?
All taken care.
That does not answer my question. How could you be so careless? That goes for you as well. Yes, and you too. When you run into problems, you really ought to ask for help, you know?
Now would not be a good time to attempt to argue with Farazan.
You're right.
Mm-hmm. It's not the first time that I've had to talk to you about this sort of thing either. You need to learn that there are times when the right thing to do is get a more experienced member of staff involved. Do I make myself clear? Because if you don't,
Kale, please do something.
He's giving me the signal. All right. Say, Madam Farazan, I can see you're pretty upset, but, I was just wondering, remember that time you offered to— Huh? Wait, did I hear that right? Kale, you remember? Wonderful.
Poor Kale getting dragged off like that. Also, check out—
Kale! Cup.
Huh? What? What do you mean, cup? You need a cup.
Oh, it's nothing. Just Master's way of reminding me to stay hydrated while I'm out and about.
It's code for let's reconvene at the cafe. Tainari and I used it while we were in school, and it's become something of a family tradition now.
Oh, that's kind of fun.
Mm-hmm. 2 people left. Am I?
We're just reorganizing all the books.
There's no rush.
My sincere thanks.
Yes, with your help.
I see.
And it sounds like they managed to
That day will come. The temple now as a token of my appreciation.
Yeah, sounds great.
Sure.
I'm just about ready for this quest to end.
And then, the Traveler just pounced on their opponent and knocked him right out cold! Then there was Tainari. He put up an amazing fight, too! We ended up winning all 3 bouts! Whoa! Part of me wishes I'd been there to see it, but I'd have been biting my nails off worrying about you guys.
A truly edifying account of the events. Bereft of detail, but it has livened up the room all the same.
Hey, Paimon included all the juicy details, the Traveler just pounced and then waved their sword like this, then spun around and blocked.
Despite winning 3 bouts in a row, you still ceded the position of...
Of course. I got to be a champion too for once.
Yeah! Huge place! It felt like something right out of an epic poem! Imagine this. It was like there was...
Maybe save that one for later, Paimon.
I think that'll do me for today.
Shall we stop off at the House of Dana again before heading home? We should probably finish putting all those books back.
My thoughts exactly. See you around.
I should get going as well. See you all later. Make sure you get some good rest tonight.
I need to go say thanks to the Core 30 for their help. Also, Sir Nephis says he wanted to introduce me to some of the Academia's work processes. So, I gotta dash too.
Kali's come a long way. She's much more confident at dealing with other people these days.
Everyone's a work in progress. You never stop learning.
Yeah, true.
Life is all about these moments when you can finally relax and hang out with good friends after a job.
Do you three have anything planned for the rest? If not, would you come somewhere with me? That's a secret for now.
Okay. I think I can guess what you're talking about.
Well, now Paimon's cured.
I just can't decide to just end the quest here.
Been a while since I last made my way up here.
Wow, look at this place!
Need any help?
It's a nice spot, isn't it?
What a great view! We're so...
Traveler. Turn around. This is my secret base. When I was a student, I used to... Back then, I had a lot of the same questions that Zethos was asked. Our gifts help us to find our rightful...
You two really are like brothers.
I feel the same way. Of course. I see no need to be humble when it comes to the facts.
I still remember one time when we came up here to chat and do our homework. Cyno accidentally dropped a fruit. Luckily, he has fast reflexes.
That was the one and only time. Nothing will ever slip. Then make it... You got...
Okay.
Huh? Hey, you're not supposed to...
Why does this man have 100 crit rate?
Professor?
Cyno. Just the man I'm looking for. Guess what?
Some old...
Can you believe it? This notebook was... I was at the Academia earlier to discuss my workload with Nephis. Oh, time flies. Look how tiny you are in this picture.
You look quite young yourself. Ah, it's this one. I remember that.
Yep. Looks like her work, all right. Who else could have...
And this one.
Oh, cheeky girl.
Is there something you'd like to say to me, Professor?
Like what? Like... hey, at moments like this, I hardly know where to be. I can't pretend I'm a good person. Bamoon had every reason to despise me. And what...
Don't be ridiculous.
Is that... Oh, I've dreamt of that place many times after leaving the desert. Oh, it was... You've matured so much over the years, Cyno.
Since you're my professor, I should save you some face by not calling you out on all the
Good thinking. Take your own advice next time. Seriously, why bully an old man like me? Hey, wait, how did I not notice this one earlier?
Please.
Look how cute you were when you...
Yeah, and look how serious...
Oh, I can't
Don't say that.
That's more like... Hey. What?
I'd like that.
All right, I'll add it to my schedule. Wait, no. Next week is the tomato growing competition.
Or you could find a real hop.
Finally, sheesh. Alright, time to go make a bullshit wish. Failure. Like my life. Now then, there's something that I saw that I want to see if I can do. It's going to suck absolute balls to do this all over again. Fucking Abyss Selector, bro. It's always a goddamn Abyss Selector. It was something that I learned, and I'm hoping, deeply hoping, that this works out. What? Yeah, I can stay to watch what we want. More or less kind of don't care anymore.